5 subscriptions that the 2025 Toyota Camry has, because y'all want to know. And when I bought it exactly 1 year ago, I was shook too. And my free trials just expired.
9 times 84, you know? That's robbery on a Wrangler.
It's funny to me, as cars get newer and the technology gets newer, I think they're actually going to get worse.
Your car, it's probably spying on you. Every time you start your car, plug in your seatbelt, stop suddenly, accelerate. There's a good chance your car is recording it and sending it off. And according to them, you gave them permission.
With the advancements in technology in recent years, we can only assume that modern cars are getting better, safer, and smarter. Right? Of course not. I feel like modern cars are the definition of over-engineering something and creating problems that never needed fixing in the first place. Today, we're going to be looking at some of the most useless features in today's modern vehicles, some that are downright dangerous. We're also going to be talking about the rise in subscription services for your vehicle and how your car is probably secretly spying on you.
The 5 subscriptions that the 2025 Toyota Camry has. Well, number 1 is the Drive Connect, which, as you can see, now says subscribe. Every time I turn my car on, no matter what, it says subscribe now. So this is an AI service I can pay for. This is also if you want to use the built-in navigation. So unless you don't pay and you don't use CarPlay, you can't use anything. Also behind a paywall is the audio feature. Also, if you don't have CarPlay, you'll no longer be able to listen to music here. Thankfully, which I thought I was wrong, but the SOS button where you can call 911 if you wreck, it'll connect you to a dispatcher and send them to your location. That, I bought the car new, so I don't know what the deal is if you don't have a new car, is active for 10 years until my free trial expires. Same with the service features. So that's a feature in the app that will basically tell me whenever I need an oil change, I'll get a reminder. If there's any recalls, it notifies me. I think that's the majority of what it does. Now on to the different subscription tiers. So the different options. Now this is what I see when I open the app now. It's expired. So I can no longer start my car from inside my house. I can no longer preheat it. Literally it's just now getting cold and just snowed for the first time. So I'm so stressed about that. That's the only major con. And for me, I use CarPlay. So these are not deal breakers because I don't use these features. If the app feature was a 10-year free trial, I would have loved that too, because I only paid $42,000 in full. You know, not too much.
BMW got so much backlash, especially for its heated seat subscription. Customers were outraged. They felt that they had already paid for the hardware upon purchase of the car, which is exactly what they did. And now BMW is trying to double dip and profit once again by making them pay for that subscription. BMW responded by removing the subscription for heated seats. And this is what we need to do. We need to submit our feedback on these vehicles, on their subscription models, on their features that we don't like. We need to boycott these companies and vote with our dollar. We truly have so much power as the customer. If we stop as consumers purchasing these vehicles and buying these subscriptions, these companies will be forced to play fair.
Instead of having a simple key like this, you just insert in the door somewhere. You know, key's never going to not work, right? You know, sometimes you unlock your lock button. That might not work, but at least you're going to get in with the key. But what happens when you need to get in the car? And let's just say the battery's dead, right? So where do you insert? Oh, actually, that's funny. It's a blank. I forgot about that. So yeah, where do you insert the would-be key, right? Don't worry, Ford is 4 steps ahead of you with this. So you just take this little panel off, grab that jump box that you would have in your car, and you're going to jump start it, jump this literally with the jump pack, and then that will open the front, which then lets you jump the battery. That then lets you power the door to press the button to get back in your car. Because a key just would have been way too difficult.
I just have no words for how stupid of a design that is and how it just makes zero sense for the consumer.
The automotive industry's general approach to privacy could be summed up in one word: permissive, but not in the way that benefits people. They're collecting things like personal data, biometric data, social data, and not letting anybody really understand how it's being used or who it might be sold on to.
First, GM packaged Mike's every move and analyzed it internally. Then, they sold it to data brokers, companies that exist to buy and sell your personal data. Mike's data didn't just train some opaque system. LexisNexis and Verisk transformed it into something much more concrete, a risk score that can follow him everywhere.
And this kind of behavioral telemetry gives insurers granular insight to risk assessment, often more than what's inferred from a claims history.
Hard brakes, small object near miss, quick accelerations. That makes the score worse. and it gets sold to insurance companies, with General Motors getting a cut.
For me, having this concrete data point that GM and OnStar gave this information to my insurance company, and I can easily see how from reading that LexisNexis report, it can be used to justify raising my rates. My rates did increase.
Before I learn, the more violated I feel, and I think that the only solution here really is to buy used cars. But scares me is at some point, the new cars of today will be the used cars of tomorrow, so these features will be in there. This is all becoming normalized, and it's not going away anytime soon. It's pretty terrifying. Modern cars now have privacy policies similar to modern phones, and I feel like we all know that our phones spy on us. I think people make that joke all the time, like it's listening to me. I'm getting targeted ads. But the problem with this is that they are literally using our own private information against us to take more money out of our wallets and put it into theirs. Through an insurance risk or based on your driving habits, absolutely terrible.
Nobody wants it, and that's why the dealership's having the discount. I mean, look, what dealership wants to do this? And this shows the price is wrong to begin with. $48,000 from 63, 2025 Dodge Charger. Of course they're going to have to discount it because, I mean, think about that. A fake exhaust sound EV, look at that, $10,000 off, that's the only way. And then we got $100,000 Jeeps, literally, I'm not even joking. Look at this, $101,000 from $106. So the actual MSRP is $106 for a Wrangler. Like, whoa, wait a minute. This is a $100,000 Wrangler? Yes, it actually exists. And here you go. And look at this, $84,000. Look at the payment, $1,355 for 84 months. Think about financing $1,385 for 84 months. Let's look at this payment because what is it? Over $1,600? I mean, some people's mortgage payment on a Jeep Wrangler. I mean, look at this. Do the math on that one. $1,639 times 84. You know, that's robbery on a Wrangler.
Jeep was about $100,000. So just in interest alone, if you finance this vehicle, you're going to be paying almost $38,000 extra. Another thing that these dealerships do that bother me is they put the loan terms in months instead of years. Like, why are we saying 84 months? Just tell it like it is. It's 7 years of your life. Imagine buying this car at 23 years old. You're going to be financing it until you're 30. And logically, I know why they do this. It's because it sounds better than saying, oh, you want to have a 7-year auto loan? Instead, they say you're going to have an 84-month auto loan.
I seriously need to know why all these old, faded headlight used cars are like over $6,400 for a 2013 with 175,000 miles. Nobody is going to buy these cars. What? The Honda CR-Vs for $13,000. Is this normal?
The 2013 Mazda for $6,400 with 175,000 miles on it was mind-blowing. For anyone who buys that car, there is absolutely no guarantee how long that car will last with that mileage. It could either die the next day, or it could die at 200,000 miles. Who knows? But that thing, I would say, probably only has about 25,000 miles left in it. And next, if this wasn't all bad enough as it is, if you are in the market for a new car, you are going to have to deal with these salesmen when you go into the dealership.
These 10 words in car sales. The wrong language can cost you a deal and kill your commissions. Instead of using the word buy, say invest. This is a great investment. Instead of using the word problem, use the word challenge. It's the credit that's a problem. No, the credit is challenging, but we will try our best. Instead of using the word cheap, use the word cost effective. Instead of using the word contract, say agreement. Contract can scare some customers off. Agreement is something friendly. Instead of using the word cost, say value. This one's very important, value. And last but not least, instead of actually saying the numbers when presenting, always point, never actually say it. The words you use set the tone for how people trust, like, and believe you. And you know in car sales, when they trust, like, and believe you, the chances of you selling a car raised by 72%. If you want high-level results, you need high-level vocabulary, because poor word choice leaves rich deals on the table.
Let's just beat around the bush and use euphemisms that make things sound better than they actually are to manipulate our customer into a choice that they may not want to make. Let's not use words like cost, contract, and definitely don't say the actual number or price that they're going to be paying, because that's going to scare them off from making a bad decision. That's not shady or sleazy at all. Your car salesman definitely has your best interest in mind and not their commission check in mind. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know what you think down below of the car market. Are used cars and new cars too expensive? I personally cannot fathom how new cars have now hit a record of $50,000. That was just mind-boggling for me to learn, but thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below a dog emoji so I know you watched the whole thing. And if you don't want to wait for my next upload, you can go ahead and check out this video right here on the screen. But thank you guys again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.